Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of Leicester Reborn. In today's episode is the Champions League round of 16, and we have got Atlanta as the draw, home and away in Italy against a side that we should really be beating quite comfortably in the round of 16. As you can see in the round of 16, there is a lot of teams. Napoli and Villarreal, obviously a tie that we're keeping an eye on. Bournemouth and Newcastle, another tie we'll keep an eye on because both of those are ties that we should be able to win if those teams get through. On top of that, everyone else is teams that we really should be getting through that we want to avoid. That's Barca, Madrid, Liverpool, Bayern, obviously, and PSG. With that being said, give it a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I am going to start with PSG because I have a man called Mr. Luis Guilherme Silva. The man last episode we sold for 196 mil. Has he done what he's done? He's got 2 goals and 3 off the bench, 2 goals. He's fast becoming a very, very good player out there at PSG. With that being said as well, in terms of our run of form since the last meeting in, episode 58 was in between episode 57. So last bit of gameplay you guys saw was, us getting past an OJ Nice, beat Leeds, Bournemouth, Derby we got through before losing to Spurs. Correct, we lost to Spurs away from home for our second loss all year, but we followed it up with a terrific performance against City where we absolutely slapped them, conceded one obviously as you always do, but everyone went ballistic in this game and did very, very, very well. And then we just beat Liverpool 2-0 with a rotated side to make sure we're all 100% fit here for this one in the Champions League. But we rotated in the 5th round at home against Liverpool. We absolutely slapped them up in a very, very, I will say, violent game because there was a lot of bookings on either side. But we got through. Lynch finally getting a good performance. And he's starting to develop, and maybe the call of selling our backup Luis Silva for 196 million, bringing him back was pretty good. And as things stand in the Premier League, like last season, the league's pretty much shown up. We've already lost 2 games this year. If I'm still looking to go undefeated, I'll still probably look full strength. But with things being said, let's get into this first leg because my mates are getting ready to do a podcast, and we need to join them there shortly as well. So with that being said, let's get into the team selection here, and away we go. It is full strength. Thomas comes in because Carter is suspended. He's not 100% fit, but we got Marshall that can play. We're going to give him 45, 50 minutes. Tomori and Skriniar played against Liverpool, so Marshall and Linus are actually in, and the main reason is Linus is borderline world class now, so he's very good. Livramento, you great. Reyes has been developing this well. Does look very good as a Segundo Volante, so does play the role. Elise is having a fantastic year. Smith Rowe. Asan is Asan. Velez, I have to speak about him again. He's got 19 stats now, 15 plus, 33 and 29, 46 goals as well in 42. He's very, very good. So let's get into this one here, get straight into this game, and then see what we can do. Into here we go. So let's go and do this. Let's go have a look at Atlanta lining up here. And they are lining up with Marco, who goes into a world-class keeper, has to be said most times than not. And then a back 4 with Rodrigo in the hole, with Tony Martinez is their best player. It's a decent side, but a side we should be beating. Now, if we do start pumping Atlanta, because I've got a podcast to be getting to, the only reason I'm filming this episode, but currently off-stream, is I got off-stream after the Liverpool game, and we normally stream, so links down below. And then when I went to go start the podcast about 10 minutes ago, one of the guys said, I'll be back in 15. So I've gone in to start filming this, but it looks like they're ready now, but we'll get through it. Anyway, in the white versus Atlanta in the blue, Champions League, in the pouring rain in Italy, which is never the easiest place to go. As long as we don't lose by a couple goals here, I'll back us to really win in England and comfortably. Smith Rowe finds Velez. He gets brought down. Referee says nothing untoward with that. He just got absolutely balled over, but sure. Manuel, you great. Reyes, good ball to Elise. Knocks down Velez. It's goal. He's onside. That's 1-0. Don't see how this is offside against Velez. Unless Elise is offside in build-up. They're checking for it. Looks like they're celebrating. So, yeah, as long as the arms go up, they do. We lead 1-0. And 90 minutes in, we've got a lead here in the Champions League. First knockout round stage for us. You great wins it back after Velez was fouled. Elise flicks on, and as soon as he bodies his man off the ball, he doesn't miss many as Velez. And this could really be the sort of game where if he gets going, he can score a hat-trick here, score a hat-trick in the other legs. I will go a bit more full stretch just to make sure it is the competition we need, is the Champions League. And, well, we could be in here if things fall his way. It doesn't. Elise has a keeper off his line, doesn't go for it. Looks back stick. Velez is offside, so that won't count. And he would have been offside. But 20 minutes in, he's hit the bar post, and that is still going to be 1-0. La Rucci finds Frendrup. Sensi Elise loses out. Tony Martinez in the box, cuts it. Should have been a goal. They flicked the post. Atlanta that close to an equaliser on the break after Elise, of all people, tracked the run to try and head that the whole time. 32 minutes played, we do lead 1-0 and we are looking quite okay out there. Thomas will be off here at half-time. Just trying to get him through 45 minutes, coming back from injury. Reyes, Jose Marshall, into Manuel U. Great, he's got a booking, what's new? Reyes again, good ball to Hassan, great movement, good ball. Velez is there, first time cross keeper. As long as he's onside, that's 2-0. I don't think he was off yet again. I think this is 2-0. This is the thing with Velez. You give him a moment anywhere around goal. He's getting to the levels of Haaland. When I mean getting to the levels of Haaland, as in the stats on his page, he's been a better striker than Haaland the last few years. By the way, on a side note, I just looked over this because I got the question asked in my Twitch chat tonight. How many titles has City won in this save? 0. 7 seasons in, their best finish is 3rd. And they're going to finish like 10th this year. They have been poor. Anyway, 2-0 up now. If this is a goal for number 3, I'm just going to come back with the second leg and how much we won by here so I can get into my podcast about FPL. And the links are down below to come and listen to that. I do have a thing with a few friends that we do speak about some FPL when we have time together. One of my mates is a teacher who, what a save for Melia after the deflection. One of my mates is a teacher that finds it hard to get in and do stuff as well. And that being said, 2-0, 35 minutes played. Rodri, ball in, picked off by Melier. Done very, 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 very well. Another highlight here, Manuel U. Great. Smith Rowe. Looks for Velez, doesn't find him. A goal now would make things interesting for Atlanta. I'd highly like just to hold on, please. I would like a clean sheet. That would be great. Rodri again picks it up. That's a pretty good ball. Tony Martinez doesn't miss many. This should be a goal. Melier makes a save, but it falls to Tony Martinez, and it's a goal for Atlanta. And just like that, against the run of play, it is 2-1. It means I can't get to my podcast quickly. Lol. Anyway, it is what it is. There you go. Just against the run of play. Straight away down the other end, another highlight. Thomas, the Smith Rowe. Thomas knows how to whip him. Goes to Livramento of all people. Hits it, deflected. Velez is 6 foot. As soon as it deflects in the air, Velez ain't missing. That's a hat-trick for Velez in the first half. He heads it past the keeper. I said this is the sort of game that he could get a hat-trick in. Velez, who, I will say, the last about month and a half, the game keeps telling me he's been tired because he's been playing so many games. And he keeps scoring one goal and doesn't keep bringing him off after scoring one. Now that he's back to like 100% fitness, just, yeah. 3-1 up here at halftime. Very, very good. Marshall's going to move out to left back, and we are going to bring Tamori in out there at left centre back. And there we go. So, look, 3-1 up. Ideally, if it finishes 3-1, we're happy. I would love to see it finish 4-5-1. I would love to see Velez score all the goals because I really do love the stats that he gets. But yeah, 60-odd minutes played here. Things look good. We do have a game against Manchester United coming up. So with that being said, I'm going to get Yaya and Lynch in. And I'm going to get Ugrate off here for Lavia as well. And I am going to get off Smith Rowe for Scott as well. So all the changes being made there. That's mainly just down to keep people fresh for United. It's not too many changes defensively. Lavia is very good, so it is what it is. 71 minutes played. Livramento now with the ball going down the line. Has got Lynch with him, and he's pretty good at whipping balls in off both feet. Gets to the byline, cuts one in there, cleared, nearly got it past the first man. If it did, it would have been a tap in for one of the boys at the back stick. It would have been Velez or Yaya. It's a pretty good ball. Velez is there. As long as he's onside, this is another one, and I reckon he is on too. I reckon this is 4 for Velez, which for the Dr. Bendy old school viewers is a rivy. And Lynch has got an assist. It's 4 for Velez. He is outrageous. 50th goal of the season. He scored 59 in all competitions last season. He did go on a barren run towards the end. He didn't score in his last 3 games. But yeah, he's on track to beat 60. I did say if he beats 60 goals and we win the Champions League, I'll do another goal compilation. If he gets to 70 goals, I would be definitely doing it because it's just ridiculous. But yeah. Anyway, Melier with the ball. Goes out there to Linus. Ball out wide to Livramento. Ball down the line has to be done. Here he goes. Livramento. Still going. Back a line. Linus. Tamori. Lavia. Reyes. Velez dropping in. Oh, what a ball back inside from Velez. Jose Marshall bombing on. Cuts it. Velez has got 5. Velez has 5. 20th, 34th, 44th, 73rd, 79th. He started the move with the pass. Look at this. He's got two guys on him and just goes touch inside. And then the re-movement from the 6'7" striker to get back in the box. Marsha cuts it to him. Left foot, right foot. He can head a ball as well. Pick that out. 5-4 Velez. He has fired me into the next round of the Champions League. I can go full strength against United and rotate and win still. 5 goals for Velez. A 5-star performance from the man. He is outrageous. Jorge Luis Velez, boys. Oh, he is very, very, very good. And let's go. Welcome back, Atlanta, second leg. Good morning, YouTube. It's before 7 a.m. and we're getting this one underway. Considering we pumped Atlanta 5-1, no need to put this one on to the YouTube or onto the live stream for Twitch. Might as well get this one out of the way this morning. Now, something big has happened. His name is Bellingham. And I don't ask me why, but Real Madrid want to sell him for only 60 mil. For those that don't know, I used him in Glory Hunter, and in Glory Hunter, was hired as Newcastle manager in like season 6 or 7. Newcastle spent like 100 and something mil to take him from Madrid. I don't know why he wants to leave. It's not like they've transfer listed him. His value's always been at about like 160 to 200 mil. I have this money to spend. I have 160 odd million to spend. I may as well do it. I've also signed some kids, but I'm going to leave that for a future episode as well, where I've gone through the England under 19s and I've picked out a few of the best and getting them to join me. But let's talk about Bellingham first here quickly. World class, obviously in real life, signed for Real Madrid. In this database, doesn't have how much he signed for. I would use him where I would use him when I played with Glory Hunter, and that was Segundo Volante. In that save, he was absolutely outrageous, and I used him as like a 29 to 31, 32-year-old. About that. And then I think I signed him like as a 34-year-old to help me win the Spanish league to round it off. To be fair, for that much money, it's really fine. In terms of how much money he's coming in for, it's on 475k a week at Real Madrid. We talked him into a contract that's 450, but he gets like 2.3 mil if he scores 20 goals and 2.3 mil if he scores 2.3 mil if he scores 20 goals and assists 20 goals, he gets another 2.3. Also paying him 18 mil just to say yes as well. He wanted 550k. And I had to lock in 450 and be like, mate, it's 450, it's nothing. He talked to me and said, I'll drop my wage down from 450 to 500. But yeah, look, important player, comes in, would be fantastic. And look, if we sign Jude Bellingham, we have one of the best midfields in the world. Paid 22 stars this season, 7.27, always chipping in with goals and assists. Main reason I put 20 goals, 20 assists. I don't think he hits both of those in the season, but he might. But yeah, that would make our midfield Manuel Ugarte and Jude Bellingham with a bench of Reyes and one of Lavia or Thuram and selling the other one. But yeah, the money we've made this season, no problems in doing what we just did. With that being said, today in the second leg, we're going to actually rotate, and I'm going to give you guys a rotated game, which is pretty cool. We don't do that too much. So Melier, you get to have a look at, obviously, but more importantly, you get to look at Moore, you get to look at Ogbu, playing at right back, you get to look at Lynch, Bilbao, Yaya, Velez, all playing together, all youngsters, which is pretty cool. No one else that is a youngster that I can give minutes to, and I would play Lavia, but he is suspended here. But yeah, obviously you get to have a look at what Ogbu can do, because in the future I think he will learn off Bellingham and will be fantastic. Moore is at a 2.5 star sort of level and is getting there as well. Jose Marcha, obviously. Bill Book's another one. Fuller, who's had a fantastic loan spell, has to be said, at Cologne. He's got 11 and 16 and yeah, is looking that good and looks like he's going to come in. Jean Cisse being out on loan is developing that well, a 17-year-old that come through our own academy. So Jean Cisse looks good. It's probably a way that Bill Book maybe gets into this side eventually, but there's also a way where Alex Scott gets out the side, and yeah, it's a bit of an interesting one in terms of the kids that you're going to see today. But I thought we'll give you this game still, talk a little bit about Jude Bellingham, and give you guys what should be a pumping at home. Secondly, Velez just needs to do Velez things. In terms of the game that we played against Manchester United, we went full strength. We drew 3-3 in a classic. Did that this morning with my morning coffee, and yeah. All that should happen here is this should be a procession of goals, and I'll give you guys a bit of a rotated side and see how we go. With that being said, Yaya head straight at Marco Canesi, or I don't know. I'm Italian, I can't pronounce that. Just me being illiterate. Canesecchi. I would imagine CHI is K, so Ke. Canesecchi. Anyway, Yaya wins it. Lynch. Velez makes a run. Finds there to Yaya. Manuel Great. Yaya. Bill Bork. Do it, Bill Bork. Oh, evac Bill Bork. His first goal of the season. And, well, there he is. He gets his first goal 2 minutes in against Atlanta. And Bill Bork has got himself his first goal. Is that really his first goal for me this season? That's I thought he would have scored by now. But there we go. Yaya, Bill Bork. There we go. I will say that, we are playing some more kids to help him develop. Velez is well class and developed. Yaya is well class and developed. Bill Bork's well on his way. It's mainly you guys are here to watch more and Bill Bork play football. Is really what you hear. And Ogbu bombing on from right back, even though he's a left-footed guy. I've just put out right back. But yeah, we all look pretty good. Melier makes a save. I'm actually going to move more into what would be a central defender on cover as well, because he much prefers that sweeping up. And yeah, so this is just a game that we're hoping ticks away. Main news out of this was signing Bellingham, as long as he says yes. He said that Villas scores again, 54th goal of the year. Said that that he's extremely interested in coming, and then when Elise endorsed the move to him, he was like, I don't know. But I think we're going to get Bellingham. It looks like, the money that we're going to sign him for is so peanuts. 60 mil to sign Jude Bellingham. Yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. Anyway, 2-0 up here, 7-1 on aggregate. It's been an absolute pumping. And then obviously next episode will be the next tie as well. There is a Community Shield final, but look, considering we've already won the competition, I'll probably just give you the highlights of that game in the next episode, because we're focusing solely on Champions League. But yeah, anyway, Tony Martinez nearly scores. He did score one last time out. We're absolutely dominating here. We got Crystal Palace next in the league. I would rotate slightly and get Masson here for Velez and co, but yeah. For me, it's all about Velez winning this golden boot again. So giving him his minutes here is important. Velez is a bit tired though, so we're going to bring him off. Vignato headed, and well, there you go. Just like the last game, they find their goal right on half-time. Having a bit of an issue of conceding this year right on half-time, it has to be said. We always seem to concede between the 40th to the 45th minute. 7-2 on aggregate, 2-1 on the night. Well, don't get me wrong, I'm still very happy. But can we stop conceding? And that would be nice. Cardo Mate's going to come in for 45 minutes. I think Preston for Melier as well. I should have just started Preston, who is the backup keeper. Do wish we took the 50 million for him from Dortmund, because he has had a couple of injuries this year and he hasn't really been able to play as many minutes and develop. But I'm still happy we've got a youth intake backup keeper. And Ivan Ramos now being 19 out on loan really means that having Preston's been really important. But I guess we could have just sold him for 50 mil, pocketed it, and bought a keeper in to put on the bench. With that being said, Yaya now with the ball goes all the way back there to Luke Thomas. Finds Thuram, finds Bill Bork. Thuram, he knows how to hit him. Just wide. Good movement, good from Bill Bork as well. Lynch on the 6.3. This is the thing with Lynch, unless he absolutely dominates a game, like when I mean dominate, I mean like has a 9.0, he gets a 6.3 and does nothing. That's my issue. The issue that I've never had with like a Velez or a Silva or, one of those other kids that have come through the academy, Yaya, even if they play and they don't get a goal and assist, they'll get a 7 because they've just done everything right. Lynch does everything either really wrong or really, really, really good. It's just too inconsistent. Even Thomas Garcia, who has broke his ankle out on loan at Valencia, he was growing into a world-class player and breaks his ankle. So hopefully he'll be all right. Anyway, ball back stick. Marco comes along and claims. Marco goes long. Picked off by Jose Marsha. Oh, I'll tell you what, big chance here. Marlon Gomez should have made it 2-2 on the night. Haven't had it all our own way. We expected this to be a procession, not really a procession. With that being said, 71 minutes in, I am going to make a quick change here as well. Reyes is going to come in for Manuel Ugarte. No, actually, he's not. Skriniar's going to come in for Manuel Ugarte and get Skriniar just in the hole. Jose Mars looks pretty dead, so I'm going to get Linus in as well. Linus, doing what he does, developing as well. I think that's really going to be it. Luke Thomas looks dead, but Luke Thomas coming back from injury needs the minutes, so there we go. Ogbu, I know, has not had the greatest game out there at right back. For me, it's just about him playing and getting used to the position. Obviously, we know he's fantastic. He just needs to play minutes in order to become very good. Now, Moore finds Lynch. Ogbu's in an advanced position, but we can't get the ball out to him. Linus finds Thuram with a great ball. Skriniar now, not known for his passing ability. Plays a nice simple ball out to Luke Thomas. Options inside. Lynch is there, and Mr. Adam Lynch heads over. Would have been nice to see Lynch score. At the moment, we're going to rip into Ogbu and Lynch post game with some fines to try and get some work rate or determination boosts. But yeah, 90 minutes played. We're going to win 2-1. It was a pretty simple game, but to be fair, considering the opposition and considering what we did first leg, maybe we gave this one away. 17 shots, 10 XG or 1.99, 62% possession. I really do think, even though we're a rotated side, this has to be a game that we go and win 5 or 6-1. But look, did the job in the first leg. Velez scored yet again in the Champions League, and look, all I'm going to say with that is we look still very, very good and very much on track to make another final, but it all depends on who we draw. Barca knock out Inter, obviously that's going to happen there a lot of the time as well. As you can see, Bayern are leading Dortmund, don't see Bayern losing. Juve leading PSG, I still expect PSG to come back and win. Bournemouth are beating Newcastle. On paper, that's better because Newcastle are a better side, but Bournemouth are really, really, really good. Obviously, the tie we look at is next episode when the draw comes out. We want either Napoli or Villarreal because that is a tie that you will win easy and be straight into a semi-final, you feel. With that being said, Real Madrid are out to Arsenal, which is also very good for us because we would beat Arsenal over 2 legs. I will see you guys next episode. Give it a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Is 450k a week too much for Jude Bellingham? I think with the amount of money we have in the club, the answer is no. But let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you and goodbye.